Hey everybody, it's Karima and today we're back with another video. So this video is a little bit different. This is just more so like chatting with my friends, with my girls. I feel like today there was a lot of different things in the air and the collective consciousness, and there's a lot going on. So I just kind of wanted, to chat about it a little bit and chat about how I'm feeling. I feel like today my mood, my energy was definitely up and down. So for context, today is the day after, the smoke from the California fires, it hit New York City. And, I was talking to some of my coworkers and they're saying yesterday the smoke got into their office, like they could feel it in their eyes. And I just feel like we're at such an interesting time in history. A few years ago we had COVID. Today we keep having, these climate crisis matters. And I just think it's so interesting because it feels like, I don't know, let me know how y'all feel in the comments. But to me, it feels like so many people are like, yeah, this happened. It was crazy. But let me keep my head down and like stay on my laptop and just keep doing work. And it's just like, whoa, it literally, I'm like, am I the only one that's, concern, or like I don't care about the hamster wheel, like it's real stuff going on in the world. And it just feels so crazy to me that even after years of slowing down during COVID, that we're almost right back in this place of like mind numbness. And I don't know the answers, but I feel like this should be a conversation around, like how we're spending our time, how we're spending our day to day, how aware we are about the things that we're doing. I feel like there's a difference between, let's say, like you're going to work and you're making sure like your family is fed every day and you're doing what you got to do. And then outside of that, you're still like, okay, what does my soul like to do? What makes me happy? What makes me feel good? And you're still kind of balancing that out versus a person who's just on a hamster wheel, and it's like their mind is almost just numb. And it's just so crazy to me that even when Mother Nature pulls up and she's like, listen, if y'all don't get y'all stuff together, then I'm gonna get it together for you, and that people are still like, okay, but like I gotta send an email by 2 p.m. because I'm on a deadline. And I'm just like, whoa, I don't know. So I don't know, it's kind of like a rant or a vent, and I also don't know the answers, but I feel like this needs to be a conversation. And I know that it is a conversation in some pockets, but it's just so many distractions going on in the world. Kind of reminds me of that movie. What's that climate change movie? Don't Look Up. It's kind of like Don't Look Up, maybe not as drastic, but also maybe, And it's just like, all right, but let's stay distracted and argue about the dumbest stuff in the world. And it's like, that's where everyone's attention is. So I guess that this is a little rant. This is a short video, but I guess the questions I want to ask myself are, well, what's my long-term embodiment? Like, how do I want to feel long-term, and how do I want to be of medicine to this earth long term, regardless of what I have to do outside of that? Like, that's the core. How can we treat each other better? How can we treat the earth better? And how can I do what makes me feel good the majority of the time? So maybe those are some questions that you could give yourself. I feel like we are in the age where we need to just say yes to our soul and start saying no to a bunch of other stuff that really doesn't align with it. I'm personally the type of person where, like, when I ignore my soul's calling too much, like I will get sick. So I don't know if anyone else is like that. So I feel like I don't got no choice, but it's also what I love to do as well. But yeah, like, this is just a year saying yes to your soul, saying yes to what makes you feel good, saying yes to being of service, but also saying yes to being of service to yourself first. Making sure you're good and you feel good first, and being aware and being more conscious of our role in this society. Because there was a quote that said, we are just, I'm paraphrasing it, but we are as small as a grain of sand on a beach, and we're also as big and as impactful as the sun. And I 1000% believe that. Like, in the grand scheme of things, we're just like a little blimp in time, but we are also just as impactful and just as powerful as the sun or as the moon, or whatever is something that's so grand and amazing to you. So just as impactful as the universe. So that's my rant today. Are you saying yes to your soul? It's a journey for sure. It's a process, and I'm enjoying the process. Sometimes it's a little shaky because it's like, am I lost or what am I doing? But doing what I can to try to stay on track, and just saying yes to me and making sure I feel good and my soul feels good, and doing things that are intentional and impactful on this planet. Yes, it's crazy times. I hope that this is a question that a lot of people are pondering, and if you journal, maybe that's something you can journal on. What does my soul want to say yes to? And if you don't journal, I highly encourage it. It's one of my favorite things in the world. I was visiting family last weekend, and I forgot my journal in my apartment, and it was like, what, sometimes around family, that's when you need to journal the most. It was a hot mess. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get back to my journal. So I did a little mobile one in my phone, but it didn't hit the same as me writing. So definitely recommend journaling. You can Google journal prompts, or you can also just journal on like what's coming up as the prompt, literally like what's coming up, and just keep writing. And if you don't know what to say, literally just write down, I don't know what to say, like I don't know what I'm doing, and eventually, trust me, something will come out. So that is the prompt for today. Are you saying yes to your soul? This was a little bit of the rant, but I hope you enjoy, and let me know in the comments how you feel about everything going on. Let me know how you're saying yes to your soul. Make sure to subscribe, and I hope y'all have a great day.